My 2023 Subaru Outback has been long overdue for a set of new tires. I've had the original tires on since I bought the car, and I just crossed over 55,000 miles. So a lot of you all have shared with me some recommendations that you have had on your own Subaru, and so I do really appreciate that. I did a lot of research around what tires I wanted and looked at some specific things that I use to choose my set of tires. Now, when you get online and you start searching for tires, there are hundreds of reputable brands out there, many different tires to choose from, and it gets complicated and very confusing very quickly. So in this video, I want to help break down my thought process behind the tires that I ultimately decided on getting. I've put about 2,500 miles on these tires since I've had them, so far I am happy with my choice, but we'll dive into that, look at exactly what brands I looked at and what criteria that I ranked each brand on. And ultimately, my goal with this video is to help you yourself. If you are in the market now for a set of tires, or inevitably in the future when the time comes, when you need a new set of tires, that you know what things to look out for. This information that I'm sharing with you today is all my own personal opinion. No tire brand, website, or company has paid me to talk on this. And the tires that you will see that I ultimately decided on, I spent my own hard-earned money on. So these are all things that are my own personal opinion, and I hope you do value that. With that out of the way, let's dive into the video. I've always wanted a reason to get a whiteboard, and we finally have that today. So I hope you all enjoy this video, kind of changing it up a little bit and walk through some of the things that we've got going on. So we've got 4 different tire options that I ultimately wanted to take a closer look at. Now, you all sent me a lot of different options. There were quite a few to choose from. It was incredibly overwhelming, but I did ultimately get it down to 4 different options. So number 1 on today's list, probably the most highly requested among Subaru owners, is the Michelin Cross Climate 2. So that was the first option that a lot of people wanted me to look at. Number 2, we've got the Yokohama Avid GT. Now, those who know Subaru, these are the OEM, the original tires that come on most of the Subaru Outbacks, at least from around the 2020 to the 2025 era. They actually just recently changed that for the 26 model, but those were the original. Overall, I've been fairly happy with these, but I did want to at least look at that as an option since they came on the car originally. Third on the list, we have the Michelin Defender 2. A lot of Subaru owners tend to like the Michelins, so these were a good one that I wanted to also take a closer look at. And then lastly, really long name here, Continental True Contact Tour 54. Almost didn't have a paper long enough to fit that. That's a really long name, Continental. Why you came out with such a long name, I don't know, but anyways, that's the name of the 4th tire that we are looking at today. Next up, I'm gonna look at 4 different categories that I ranked each of these individual tires on to ultimately decide which one was the best. Number 1, tread wear. Specifically, how long are these tires expected to last from the manufacturer? Number 2, comfort. Are they loud tires? We don't want a tire that is gonna be really loud on the highway, and over time, we wanna make sure we still have a quiet, comfortable tire. Number 3, performance. I live in an area that sees all 4 seasons. Some winters we get heavy snow, some winters we get light snow. We have summers with 100+ degree temperatures. I want something that is gonna be versatile and perform in multiple different environments. And lastly, price point. This is not the most important thing to me, but I do value getting something at a really good price in comparison to what you are getting in those other 3 categories. So we're gonna look at all 4 now and rank each tire. For the tread wear, I looked specifically at a website called discounttire.com, but you can use Google for this to figure out what the manufacturer expects you're gonna get in miles out of that tire. For the Michelin Cross Climate, Michelin says approximately 60,000 miles. For the Avid GT, 65,000 miles from Yokohama. For the Michelin Defender, 80,000 miles, and then for the Continental True Contact Tour 54, such a long name, is 80,000 miles. Now, if you look at the tread pattern for the Michelin Cross Climate 2, this makes sense to me because it's a lot more aggressive than these other tires. And of course, these are just estimates. It's not exact. As we know from the beginning of the video, I shared with you that I got about 55,000 miles on my Yokohama Avid GTs. I probably could have squeezed out a few more miles, but certainly not another 10,000, at least not what I was comfortable with. So for the first category, the Michelin Defender 2 and the Continental True Contact Tour 54 both get a point. For the next three categories, I used a comparison tool from TireRack.com. Again, no affiliation with them, but their comparison tool is really easy to use and you can compare multiple tires all at once. So for comfort, TireRack looks specifically at ride quality as well as road noise, and road noise, as I mentioned before, was something that was really important for me. They ranked the Michelin Cross Climate 2 at 8.9. I believe this is out of 10. The Avid GT came in at 7.2. The Defender 2 came in at 9.1. And then the Continental came in at 9.0. So all of them are pretty close with the exception of the Avid GT. I never really found that my Avid GTs were loud, but they certainly weren't the quietest tire I've had, so that all lines up. And so for this one, the Defender 2 gets a point. For the performance section on TireRack's comparison tool, it's really three different categories of driving they're looking at: wet driving, dry driving, as well as winter/snow driving. So for me, I actually took all three of those categories, took the sum of them, and then divided it by 3 to get our overall average for the ranking. So in this scenario, the Michelin Cross Climate 2 got a 9.2. The Avid GT got a 6.6. And then we've got the Defender 2 at a 9.0. And lastly, the Continentals at an 8.8. So based on these numbers here, the Cross Climate 2 got a point. And then lastly, let's take a look at price. Now this is gonna vary based on where you're shopping, but right now today on TireRack.com, they have the Michelin Cross Climate 2 listed for about $237 per tire. The Avid GT is listed for around $250 per tire. The Defender 2 is listed for about $218 per tire. And lastly, the Continental is listed for around $185 a tire. Now, I don't know about you, but I was actually surprised to see that the Avid GT was so much, and even more than the Michelins. Now, it's a clear winner here for the Continental. It gets a point for having the lowest price. Now that we have all of our categories, let's go ahead and rank each tire and give a point or a tally for each tire that was the number one ranked in the individual category. So treadwear, we have the Defender 2 and the Continental, because they tied. For comfort, we have the Defender 2. For performance, we have the Cross Climate. And lastly, for price point, we have the Continental. Now, as we see here, both the Defender 2 and the Continental are tied for the final vote. If you look at the performance and comfort, technically speaking, the Defender 2 did get slightly better than the Continental, but for me, I did really like the fact that it was a long-lasting tire and had a really good price point. I know price wasn't the end-all be-all for me, but that was ultimately deciding factor in the end since performance and comfort were so close in my opinion. So I did go with the Continental. So far, I'm incredibly pleased with the tire. We've had one long road trip with them. I've put about 2,500 miles on them, and I plan to make more videos in the future updating you all on what I think about these tires. I know this was a much different video from my usual. I hope you all enjoyed this style content and some of the information I provided here today. Hopefully you have found some value in it. If you did, please remember to click the like button, comment below with any questions you all have. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.